a meandering river. This is a river that is meandering in the plains. We can see the river bend from one side to another, just like an S, English letter S. Why the river bends from one side to another? Because the land is irregular. What do you mean by land is irregular? The land is made up of hard and soft rocks. Water always flows straight. But the path of the river is not straight in the plains. It has a meander-like shape, an S-like shape, bending from one side to another. The river water could not flow straight. It found hard rocks. This side, the water could find soft rocks. The river started flowing this side, eroding the rocks, then could not continue straight. It found again soft rock this side. So it again bent to another side. So this is how a river bends from one side to another like an S. How an oxbow lake is formed. You can see the river has two sides, inner bend, outer bend. This is the inner bend, and this side is the outer bend, inner bend, outer bend, inner bend, outer bend, inner bend, outer bend. Here, inner bend, and this is outer bend. So the river water is faster on the outer bend. So the river, when the river flows straight, and this is the outer bend, it is fast, it is doing a lot of erosion. It does a lot of erosion on the outer bend, on the outer bend, on the outer bend, on the outer bend, on the outer bend. But it does a lot of deposition on the inner bend. This is the inner bend. This is the inner bend. This is the inner bend. Wherever you see the deposition taking place, that's the inner bend. This is the inner bend of this part of the river. This is the inner bend. Here the part of the river, this is the inner bend. This part of the river, this is the inner bend, this is the outer bend. Here the part of the river, we can clearly see deposition on the inner bend and no deposition on the outer bend. So, the river flows in this manner. It is faster on the outer bend. It is slower on the inner bend. So, it does a lot of deposition on the inner bend. The inner bend, inner bend. This side here is the inner bend. But how an oxbow lake is formed? Let us see that water flows straight and strikes on the outer bend. The outer bend, water is faster. Water moves, water flows. It is faster on the outer bend, and it is faster on the outer bend, this part of the river. And this is the outer bend, this is the outer bend. On these two sides have become narrow because on the outer bend of this part of the river, the outer bend is cutting more done by river and cutting done more by the river on this outer bend. So this part of the river we see is cutting more and more, and the land here is becoming narrower. Eventually, the river cuts more, the river cuts more and cuts more, and the river is ultimately joined. And this part of the river is separated from the main river, is cut off from the main river. So then the water starts flowing straight instead of flowing this way. This is how an oxbow lake is formed. This is how an oxbow lake is formed. We can see river flowing straight and this bend of the river, the loop of the river, this part of the river is cut off from the main river, and the main river starts to flow straight instead of flowing anymore in this way. This is how an oxbow lake is formed.